AI Showdown Part 3 is back on with Cool Tech Channel, so buckle up. So you've probably seen them everywhere. These incredibly detailed, sometimes weird, always fascinating images popping up all over your social media feeds. A photorealistic astronaut riding a horse on Mars. A cat painted in the style of Van Gogh. An entire cityscape that looks like it's made of crystal. This isn't just clever photo editing. This is the world of AI art, and it has absolutely exploded in popularity over the last couple of years. What was once a niche concept in computer science labs is now accessible to pretty much anyone with an internet connection. It's changing the game for artists, designers, marketers, everyday creators. The core idea is pretty straightforward, at least on the surface. You type a description of what you want to see. We call this a prompt. A powerful AI model interprets your words and generates a unique image from scratch. It's like having a conversation with an infinitely skilled artist who can create anything you can imagine, almost instantly. This technology is built on massive neural networks trained on billions of images and matching text from across the internet. They learn relationships between words and visual concepts, letting them synthesize completely new visuals. The reason this has become such a big deal is accessibility. You no longer need years of training in painting, drawing, 3D modeling to bring a visual idea to life. If you have an idea, you can see a version of it in seconds. This has democratized visual creation in a huge way. It's a powerful tool for brainstorming, creating custom graphics for a blog post, designing a logo concept, having fun, and seeing what wild ideas you can come up with. The barrier to entry has never been lower, which is why we're seeing this massive wave of creativity online. But with this explosion comes a big question: which tool should you use? The market is filled with options, but three major players have risen to the top. Each has its own philosophy, strengths, weaknesses. We're talking about Midjourney, DALL 3, Stable Diffusion. Choosing between them isn't just about which one makes the best pictures. It's about how they work, who they're for, what kind of creative process you prefer. First up is Midjourney. This is the one that often gets credited with creating those super polished, artistic, and almost painterly images you see shared online. Midjourney operates primarily through a chat app, Discord. It creates this really cool community-focused experience. You're generating your art in a public feed alongside thousands of other users. Midjourney has a very distinct, opinionated style. It tends to make things look beautiful and aesthetically pleasing, even with very simple prompts, which is a big part of its appeal. Next, we have DALL 3, the latest iteration from OpenAI, and that integration is its killer feature. DALL 3 is built directly into ChatGPT+. DALL 3 is built directly into Microsoft's Copilot. This means you don't just give it a prompt. You can have a full conversation with it. You can ask it to refine an idea. You can ask it to generate variations. You can ask it to help you come up with the prompt itself. Its biggest strength is its incredible ability to understand natural language and follow complex, detailed instructions. If your prompt has a lot of specific elements, DALL 3 is a wizard at getting them all in the right place. Finally, there's Stable Diffusion. This one is the wild card of the group because it's completely open source. That means the code is freely available for anyone to download, use, and modify. This makes it the most flexible and powerful tool of the three, but it also comes with the steepest learning curve. You can run it on your own computer if you have a powerful enough graphics card. That gives you total control. That gives you privacy. That gives you no generation costs. The community around Stable Diffusion is massive. New models, plugins, techniques like fine-tuning the AI on your own face or fine-tuning on an art style. So to quickly recap, Midjourney is the curated artist. DALL 3 is the conversational illustrator. Stable Diffusion is the open-source powerhouse for tinkerers. Let's dive deeper into Midjourney. First, the main benefit, artistic quality right out of the box. Midjourney has a very strong built-in aesthetic, trained to produce images that are compositionally strong, well-lit, generally beautiful. Example, a simple prompt, serene forest. Result, looks like carefully crafted concept art, complete with dramatic lighting, and a rich color palette. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Really rewarding for beginners who don't know detailed prompts. Unique workflow, lives inside Discord. Some see that as a hurdle, but it fosters a collaborative environment. You work in channels and see what others create in real time. See exact prompts people use to get great results. Powerful commands. R, aspect ratio. Style raw, less opinionated. Vary button, iterate. Remix button, iterate. Makes the creative process feel fluid and exploratory. Clever features that focus on artistic control without heavy tech. Style Tuner. Create a personal aesthetic code. Presents image choices. Generates a style code based on your preferences. Apply it to future creations for consistent look and feel. Character Reference. Use an image to keep a character consistent across scenes. Huge for storytelling and series. Midjourney shines for users who prioritize aesthetics. Create beautiful images without a ton of technical know-how. Perfect for concept artists, illustrators, hobbyists. Quickly visualize ideas in a polished, artistic style. Feels like a creative partner with strong opinions on what looks good. It guides you toward a beautiful result. Great when you're starting out or need something impressive on a deadline. This is my personal preference for a reason. Its curated artistic output is consistently impressive, and it makes the creative process feel inspiring and rewarding. The Discord community is a fantastic source of inspiration, and its features are designed to help you iterate on ideas beautifully. Now let's talk about DALL-E 3. Its primary benefit is its seamless integration with a large language model, specifically ChatGPT. This isn't just a gimmick, it fundamentally changes how you interact with the tool. Instead of trying to perfect a single complex prompt, you can have a conversation. You can start with a simple idea. Show me a cute robot, then refine it step by step. Okay, now make it red. Put it in a sunny park. Add a dog playing fetch with it. ChatGPT understands context and will modify the image accordingly. This back and forth feels much more natural and intuitive. The unique feature is DALL-E 3's incredible prompt adherence. It's the best of the three at understanding and executing complex, specific instructions. If you ask for a red cube on top of a blue sphere next to a yellow pyramid, DALL-E 3 is the most likely to get it exactly right. This is a game changer for anyone needing precise control over image content. It's also exceptionally good at generating text within images. You can ask it to create a sign that says, "Welcome to the future," and it will actually spell it correctly most of the time. Example: whimsical illustration of a fox reading a book with legible text on the cover. Another advantage is accessibility through Microsoft's ecosystem. DALL-E 3 is available for free through Microsoft Copilot, formerly Bing Image Creator. That provides access to a state-of-the-art model without a subscription fee, though generation speed is limited. For ChatGPT Plus subscribers, it's bundled in. Great value. This wide availability lets millions try a top-tier image generator with almost no barrier to entry, a huge win for democratization. DALL-E 3 is best for users with a very specific vision who need the AI to follow instructions to the letter. Great for commercial applications like marketing materials, blog post headers, custom illustrations where specific elements must be present. Finally, we have Stable Diffusion, and its main benefit is summed up in 2 words: ultimate control. Because it's open source, you aren't limited to a web interface or a Discord bot. You can download the model and run it on your own hardware. This unlocks a level of customization that the other 2 can't touch. You can choose from thousands of community-trained models, each with a specific style: anime, photorealism, fantasy art, you name it. You can train your own models on your own artwork or photographs to create a truly unique and personal style, a process called fine-tuning. This leads to its most unique feature: the ecosystem of extensions and tools built around it. The most popular interface for running Stable Diffusion locally is called Automatic 1111, and it's less of a simple image generator and more of a complete digital art suite. It includes incredibly powerful features like in-painting, where you can select a part of an image and regenerate just that area, and out-painting, where you can extend the canvas of an image in any direction. There's also ControlNet, a revolutionary extension that lets you guide the image generation using sketches, stick figures, or depth maps, giving you precise control over composition and poses. The advantages of this open-source nature are huge. First, it's free, if you have the hardware. Once you're set up, you can generate as many images as you want without paying per image or per month. Second, it's private. If you're running it locally, your prompts and your creations never leave your computer, which can be important for commercial or sensitive projects. And third, it's limitless. The community is constantly pushing the boundaries, releasing new techniques and models daily. If there's a cutting-edge technique in AI art, chances are it appeared on Stable Diffusion first. However, all this power comes with a significant trade-off: complexity. Getting Stable Diffusion set up and learning how to use all its advanced features is a major time investment. It's not a plug-and-play solution. You need a decent gaming PC with a modern NVIDIA graphics card, and you'll have to be comfortable with some technical setup. Stable Diffusion is for the power user, the tinkerer, the artist who wants to get their hands dirty and have complete control over every aspect of the creative process. When you put these three tools side by side, the differences in usability are immediately obvious. Midjourney occupies a nice middle ground. Its Discord-based interface has a slight learning curve if you're not familiar with the platform, but once you learn a few basic commands, the process is incredibly smooth and fast. The use of buttons for variations and upscaling makes iterating on ideas feel intuitive and almost game-like. It's designed to get you from a simple idea to a beautiful image with minimal friction. The web-based alpha interface is making this even easier, moving it closer to a traditional software experience. DALL-E 3 is, without a doubt, the easiest to get started with, especially for a true beginner. If you can use a search engine or a chatbot, you can use DALL-E 3. The conversational nature of the ChatGPT integration means you don't even need to know how to write a good prompt. You can just describe what you want in plain English, and the AI will help you. Its availability for free through Microsoft Copilot also makes it the most accessible from a cost perspective. It's the pick-up-and-play option of the AI art world. Zero setup required, just start typing. Stable Diffusion is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. In terms of usability, it is by far the most complex. The local installation process can be daunting for non-technical users, involving things like installing Python, installing Git, and managing model files that are gigabytes in size. The user interfaces, like Automatic 1111, are packed with sliders, checkboxes, and drop-down menus that can be overwhelming. While there are some web-based services that offer a simplified Stable Diffusion experience, to unlock its true power, you have to embrace the complexity. This makes it the least accessible for a casual user just looking to have some fun, so the choice here is a clear trade-off. Beyond usability, the most important factor for many is the final image. Each of these tools has a distinct artistic signature, showcasing the same prompt: a portrait of a queen, Midjourney, DALL-E 3, and Stable Diffusion. Midjourney is famous for its opinionated style. It defaults to creating images that are dramatic, atmospheric, compositionally pleasing. The lighting is often cinematic, the colors are rich, and the details are intricate. This makes it fantastic for fantasy, sci-fi, and anything that needs a touch of epic beauty. However, this strong style can be a drawback if you want something neutral or mundane. It can be hard to get Midjourney to create something that looks plain or intentionally bad. DALL-E 3, on the other hand, feels more like a versatile illustrator. It doesn't have as strong of a default house style as Midjourney. Its output is more literal and directly follows the prompt. This makes it incredibly flexible. Cartoons, logos, vector-style graphics, photorealistic images. Its strength isn't creating a beautiful default image, but accurately rendering what you ask for. So while it might lack Midjourney's initial wow, it's often more faithful to the prompt. Stable Diffusion's style is, well, whatever you want it to be. Out of the box, the base model is a solid all-rounder, but its true power comes from the vast library of custom models. Models for hyperphotorealism, classic anime, vintage cartoons, or models that mimic specific illustrators. That gives unmatched stylistic control, but it means you have to find, download, and learn the right models for your project. In the realm of pure photorealism, the race is incredibly tight. For a long time, Midjourney was the king of realistic-looking people. However, recent advances in Stable Diffusion, like SDXL, have closed the gap or surpassed it. DALL-E 3 is also very capable of realism, but can sometimes have a slightly more illustrative or clean look. Ultimately, Midjourney gives you beauty by default, DALL-E 3 gives you literal accuracy, and Stable Diffusion gives you the tools to achieve any style you can imagine, provided you're willing to put in the effort. So, after breaking it all down, which AI art tool wins? The real answer is, it depends entirely on you. There isn't a single best tool, but there is a best tool for a specific person or a specific task. It all comes back to what you want to create and how you want to create it. Think of it like choosing a camera: a professional photographer, a casual vacation goer, a film student. They might all choose different cameras, and they'd all be right. It's the same with these AI tools. If you are a complete beginner and just want to have fun, or if you need to create specific illustrations and value a conversational, easy-to-use interface, DALL-E 3 is your best starting point. Integration with ChatGPT. Free availability via Microsoft Copilot. Its ability to follow complex prompts and render text is a huge bonus for practical applications. It's the perfect tool to dip your toes into the world of AI art without any technical overhead. If you are an artist, designer, or a hobbyist who values aesthetics above all else and wants to create stunning, polished images quickly, Midjourney is probably the one for you. This is my personal preference for a reason. Its curated artistic output is consistently impressive, and it makes the creative process feel inspiring and rewarding. The Discord community is a fantastic source of inspiration, and its features are designed to help you iterate on ideas beautifully. It strikes an almost perfect balance between power and ease of use, making it my go-to for most creative projects. And finally, if you are a power user, a tinkerer, a programmer, or an artist who demands absolute control over every aspect of your creation, then you have to go with Stable Diffusion. Be prepared for a steep learning curve, but your reward will be unparalleled flexibility, infinite customization, and the freedom of an open-source platform. The ability to run it locally, train your own models, and use advanced tools like ControlNet, it's the tool for those who don't just want to create art, but want to understand and shape the process of creation itself.